Hello everyone and welcome to the end of week 2. This has been another very enjoyable week in the school, and one of the things I particularly enjoy when I come in the morning is going around and talking to our pupils in the marquees. And it's one of the problems really with being a head that you can get bogged down in your office with lots of admin and endless stream of emails, and it's really important to go out and spend time with the children. And I have various ways of doing this. One way is in the morning. I spoke last week about this marvellous festive feel that the marquees have given us. And because we've had such lovely weather this September, it's been a delight to tour the grounds, talk to the students as they come in, find out what they've been doing, find out what they're going to do for the weekend, things like that. And of course, they really do love to talk. And this has actually been much better and much easier than going around to them in their form rooms, as I used to do last year when we didn't have the marquees. It's actually much easier to talk to them outside. They seem to open up a lot more, and it's actually a very nice forum for engaging in discussion. And as you can imagine, you have quite different discussions with Year 7 in their tent from the ones I have with the sixth formers in theirs. So that's a very good way to start the day, and there's always a great buzz around the school at that time. Children clearly still very much enjoying being back in school. But another thing I've always done at OLA, and I think it's really important for heads to do this if they can, is to teach some classes. And all the heads I speak to who do this, they always say it's the best part of their week. And I can definitely concur with that. And this year I've got the great excitement of actually teaching 4 separate groups of pupils, all of whom are doing different things. So I have Year 7, where I teach Miss Smith's brilliant introductory course to Latin. So all the pupils who come to OLA, as I'm sure parents will know, take Latin for at least 2 years. And in their first year, they have a very accessible course that Miss Smith has developed over many years. And this comes with a special booklet that they use for exercises as well. And I found great keenness from my current Year 7 class. We were talking about English words that are based on Latin words. So I asked the question to the group, can you think of an English word that derives from a Latin word? And a hand went up, and the boy concerned said, anti-disestablishmentarianism. I was absolutely amazed to hear this word coming out, and I quickly racked my brains to find the root Latin word in the English word anti-disestablishmentarianism. I won't tell you what it is now. You'll have to look it up in an etymological dictionary. So that's Year 7. And then I've also got a Year 8 class. And in Year 8, they move on to doing the Cambridge Latin course, which is set in Pompeii, around the time of the great eruption of Mount Vesuvius and the destruction of Pompeii. So here they go more deeply into Latin language, culture, grammar, vocabulary, and they decide whether they want to carry on into Year 9. So that's a bit of variety there. And then the third Latin group that I've got is a new venture this year, and this is a group in the lower school, because we decided this year to offer a kind of taster Latin club to the lower school pupils so they could see what the language was like. So across this term, I've got a small group of pupils, and we're going to do the marvellous course designed for Years 3 to 6 called Minimus. And Minimus is a mouse, because the Latin for mouse is mus, and the course was developed by an incredible lady, a classics teacher from Bristol called Barbara Bell, and it was her brainchild to introduce Latin to primary school pupils, and it's been an enormous success. So that's very exciting. And then finally, the final piece of my teaching is with the lower sixth. And what I've done here is developed a course that I began teaching during the lockdown period last term, where all staff at OLA were invited to contribute a course to our Learning Journeys programme. This was a unique programme designed entirely at OLA to give our Year 11s and Upper 6th something to think about and to learn in the weeks after their GCSE and A-level learning had finished. And I decided to develop a philosophy course called What Does It All Mean? A very short introduction to the great questions of philosophy. Now, I've developed this based on a short book by the American philosopher Thomas Nagel, and this week we were looking at the question, what is the meaning of life? So a very, very deep question, and had a very lively discussion with my lower 6th group about what is meant by the meaning of life. What are we actually investigating when we talk about that? So in and amongst all the admin and the emails, I'm getting a chance really to interact with our pupils and students, and it's really been great to do so and to see their enthusiasm for their learning. So I hope very much that they and you have a great weekend, and I look forward to speaking to you again next week.